let's talk with the first interesting things, which is the air command. As I showed you in the settings, if we take the SPen out of the Galaxy Note 3 like this, we will immediately have the air command menu like this one. Or to have the air command menu, just can hover the pen a centimeter above the screen, then we can press the button of the SPen and we will reveal once more the air command menu. We have 5 action inside this air command menu. We have action memo, we have scrapbooker, we have screen write, we have S Finder, and we have pen window. Let's start with the action memo. As the name itself states, this is the quick action memo where we can write. Look how fast is the writing here. That's insane. It's like writing on a piece of paper. That's extremely good, and real time, I would say, almost real time. Perfect. We have few other stuff here, like we can change the color, or we can clear all, or just clear what we have wrote. We have this link to action. I will show you in a few seconds. We can change the background color. Let me change to yellow. We can minimize it and have it in overlay, so we can do whatever we want, and we can even, start an application, but we will always have our quick action memory here. We can of course hide all the bar here. We can view the list of the quick action memo. We can close and we can save, of course. We can, as I told you, change. But what is more interesting, let me clear all right now. If we start writing like this, look at this, we can then select this quick action, link to action. If we select link to action, we have several action we can perform on the selected test. We have here phone, we have contacts, we have message, we have email, we have browse, we have map, and we have tasks. So let's start, for instance, with contact. Look at this. Okay, it didn't recognize perfectly what I wrote. But this is definitely not. But we can, okay, discard the change. We can even try to repeat the experiment. TechnoLost is not, definitely is not an easy vocabulary, because it's not anything already known. So let me write a little bit better like this. Okay, contact, and I guess, look at this, we don't have any kind of problem right now. We recognize what we wrote. This is really interesting. Beside from having the, oops, let me change this. Beside, where is it, the pen? Sorry guys. Beside from the name or the contact, we can have different stuff here. Let me show you. If I write number 06321321, I'm completely inventing here. I'm creating this number. This is not a true number, of course. We can dial here. Look at this. It recognized perfectly the number I wrote. Okay. Oh, that's me, sorry guys. We even have this action memo application, of course, will let us collect all the action memo. Some other interesting stuff from link to action. We can even write like this. We can even write a web address, and selecting the web browser, we are directly into the stuff we wrote. This is really interesting. And what else? We can even write down a street address. Let me show you. What is another interesting stuff? If we have more things written here, if we just press link to action, everything will be selected. But having link to action selected here, we can then select different stuff. Like we can only select this one, for instance. This is very nice. So just let me clear everything here. I was telling you, if we write an address like this, via del Corso 2 Roma, we select link to action. We can try and press the maps, and look at this, via del Corso 2 Roma. So it perfectly recognized the address. So very good job for Samsung for this link to action with this new quick action memo. Very useful to me, very useful. As you see, we have many pretty different action, but I will show you everything, otherwise we will finish in the next 2 days. Okay, let's talk now about the scrapbook feature. So let's just pretending we are browsing like this. Let's go looking for something like Rome, for instance, which is my city, my own city, of course. Okay, imagine we are giving a look to Wikipedia to have some more info about Rome, and just imagine you want to not only bookmark this page, but you want even to grab some info from this page and to keep them aside. So we can then finally select our scrapbooker feature. Just circle the things you are interested in. As you will see, you will have some kind of screenshot of what you selected, and we will even have the text captured from the selection that we have circled before. Then we can of course even insert a tag, and just let me insert, for instance, tests. Okay, now we inserted a tag, and we can even grab our scrapbook, and we can finally get back into our scrapbook application like this and see what we have grabbed here. And we can of course get back to the URL that we were visiting like this. Very pretty handy. So we can finally get back to the page we were visiting. There are many more usage of this scrapbooker. Let's imagine that you watching YouTube video. If you select the whole YouTube video, you even have the preview of the YouTube video inside the scrapbook application, but I'm not going to show you everything, otherwise we won't finish for tomorrow. So let's go on. Sorry guys. And the next things that I want to show you is a screen write. Of course, screen write does perform some kind of screenshot of the screen like this, and then we can do whatever we want on the screen. We have so many stuff dealing with the pen features. We can select different kind of pencil. You see, we have art brush, calligraphy brush, so many stuff. As you can see, we can change the size of the point, the color of the point. We can even create our own presets, and we can later on recall to have what we want here. We have we can erase by line, or even just having a big point where erasing everything like this, selecting the sides of the point that we want to erase, of course, or we can more easily clear everything. We can select different things here with this selector or rectangle selector, or we can even select the lasso here, and we can of course select like this. We can of course undo, and many different options. We can of course share these things with many applications, as you can see. So pretty useful. Dealing with the screenwriter, we now close everything. We have something that is more or less similar to a screenwriter, which is the possibility to select a single part of the screen, not the whole screen, just by pressing the button and circling what we want to select like this. Just imagine we are here in this screen, we just press the button and we select this icon here. Look at this. Okay, what is really interesting here that selecting the single icon, beside from sharing what we selected between all these apps that are more or less the same that we had into the screenwriter, we have this magnetic lasso, which is pretty useful. Look at this, it selected perfectly the icon, and we can even add or subtract some stuff to the selection. Just imagine we'll subtract this small square here, so this is pretty handy too. The last things that I want to show you, not the last one, sorry, the next one that I want to show you is about the S-Finder. S-Finder is something really useful, and it deals with the fact that we can search inside our device for almost everything. So if we look for instance for the stuff we tagged before, which is test, we will find everything dealing with test. Look at this, between scrapbook, apps, files, as planner, and so on. So as you can see, we have the stuff inside the scrapbook like this that had test in the name or test in the tag if we enter the tag tests. Maybe the fact that we were looking for test with the capital T, if we select test with the normal T like this, and we will start our search. This is funny, we don't find the scrapbook with the test tag, but we can even change our way of searching, just selecting notes for instance, and then we can search for test. Okay, we don't have notes with test in it, so let's try it this way. We should have into the scrapbook, if I'm not wrong, the tag test. Oh, sorry, that's my fault. We had the task prova. Let's change the task here. Let's add a new one, which is test. That's my fault, sorry guys. Done. So we can finally repeat the experiment with the S-Finder, just to show you correctly that the S-Finder wasn't failing, it was me that was failing. If we search inside notes like this and we look for test, test, because it's handwriting, it's not a note. What is it? It's a scrapbook. What the hell is it? Sorry, if I look at this, now we found the scrapbook test. If we look for directly look at this, we can find directly for the tags. It does recognize all the tags that we have inside the device itself. For instance, this is very useful. My fault that I've shown you the wrong use case. Anyways, you can see we can even search for just the past 7 days or last 30 days or so on. This is extremely useful to look for things inside your device almost everywhere. And if you don't find what you're looking for, you can always go looking for it into the web. And finally, we have the pen window, which is the last feature of this Air Command menu. It's pretty useful. We can create, like this, a window, and inside it we will reveal few, apps. There are about 9 right now. Then we can start inside that window. This is some kind of multitasking. It's pretty useful. We can even zoom in the window like this. We can minimize it, and we will always have this icon in overlay, whatever we are doing, it doesn't matter. Look at this. We can start, for instance, an application, and we will always have this icon here available in order to be, started application that we can change and use whatever we want. Very, very useful. We can, even if we will start another pen window like this. This is a very, very useful and great way of multitasking. The only downside right now is that we have just few apps, as I showed you, to choose from. Hopefully Samsung will enable more and more apps to be used by this pen windows feature via its own SDK, of course. So we saw even the pen window, and we show more or less all the stuff dealing with the Air Command menu.